Bill, I had a question for you. As we were talking about the financial struggles that so many people are facing right now, do you anticipate that to translate into more people not paying, their insurance premiums, trying to cut corners where they can, and that having some negative impacts down the line?
Absolutely. Unfortunately, when people's finances get impacted, whether it's, recession or layoff or whatever it is, they start cutting corners. And typically it's with automobile insurance, homeowners insurance, things of that nature, because, they're not going to start or stop driving a car. They're not going to stop putting gas in a car. But what are they going to do? A lot of times people, unfortunately, stop paying their insurance. And so, and we've already seen that a good bit. And so there's going to be more and more people on the road without liability coverage. And so that's why it's so important for everyone out there to have uninsured motorist coverage, because it protects you in case the other person does not have either A, no insurance, or B, not enough insurance. And so we're absolutely in that time right now where we're seeing that, and it's probably just going to continue for a while. So absolutely make sure that that you have liability coverage and uninsured motorist coverage.
Yeah, because what's the stat already, Bill? Like if you're at a intersection and 10 cars pass by you, that it's the likelihood that only 6 or 7 of them have the proper amount of insurance that is necessary. I mean, it's already startling what's occurring.
Oh, 30 to 35% of all drivers in the state of Alabama before this pandemic are riding around on our roads in the state of Alabama without any liability coverage, even though it's required. And so now that number is going to go up. And just like you said, think about that. Sit at a red light and then watch 10 cars go by. Probably between 3 and 5 of those cars have no insurance at all. So if they hit you and you're injured, you don't have really much recourse. So that's why it's so important to make sure that you are covered and you have proper uninsured motorist coverage.
And Josh, I'll ask about this as we're talking about people scaling back and trying to save money. What do you tell people who think that they can navigate the waters of going through a divorce and child custody on their own, trying to file some of this on their own? What do you tell people who might be considering that just to save a buck?
Don't do it.
So yeah, I have a saying I tell everybody. I say, look, you can do it. The law allows you to do it without an attorney, but I don't know how to change my oil, so that's why I go get an oil change.
That's right.
I'm sure I could YouTube it and watch it and figure out how to do that. There's not really good YouTube videos on how to be a lawyer. So if you have the availability, go get a lawyer.
Well, what are the pitfalls, Josh? What happens? And we have just about a minute left of the program, but what can really bite people later if they try to DIY a divorce?
Well, they don't know the rules of court. They don't know what the court looks for, what the court expects. They don't know the rules and the standards that they're held to, because they're held to the same standards. They're supposed to be held to the same standards as a lawyer would be. So they don't know the dance, basically. They don't know the process steps involved in doing everything, and they can miss timelines or deadlines.
And Josh,
they can miss.
Josh, if I may, I will tell you this. If you go into any court, whether it be a car wreck, divorce, whatever, without a lawyer, the judge they're not going to be very happy with you because they think that you're not taking the case seriously. So you need to have a lawyer no matter what the case is.